We are a two-form entry school. A lot of the children are from various different backgrounds, so we've got various needs within the school. So we'll have literacy difficulties, we've got children with autism, children with ADHD, we've got some children diagnosed with dyslexia, so it's really important to us that all the children get equity within their learning.
We've got the typical interventions, and what all of those interventions do is bridge a gap, but they're obvious to other children that those children are having something different. They also often rely on an adult, sometimes delivering those. And what the scanning pens offered us was an opportunity for children to be more independent and to sort of empower them.
I was quite amazed that this little device would be able to read these words out to these children, and I was pleasantly surprised that it was really accurate. The children really enjoyed using them and they became so much more independent using them as well, which is exactly what we wanted. We want the children in Year 6 to become independent learners, to be able to break down their own barriers.
They've seen a definite shift in those attitudes towards reading, but also, like I said, that pressure on the teacher to be able to be with 1, 2, 3 children who need that support. Now they can just sort of get your reading pens out and you are able to use them to support this part of the lesson.
Reading is the key to all of the curriculum, and that's what this was. It was like a key for the children that they could then use to access the geography lesson or to access their reading for pleasure.
I can read chapter books now, and when it says the words now, sometimes I remember what word it was.
One of our pupils was quite withdrawn in quite a lot of the lessons, and after further investigation it was the reading element of some of the foundation subjects we were doing that was stopping him, and he's had now a love of history, a love of space, just because we've taken away that barrier.
So before we started using the pens, we asked the children about their confidence levels and we rated them out of 5. And what we found is all the children's confidence improved, approximately half of them having significant improvement in confidence.
I prefer using the pen because I can do it by myself. I'm much more confident than I was in Year 4 before I had the pen. It makes me happy that I'll be able to use my reading pen in the SATs.
Last year we decided to use them for our children in SATs, and to be able to do that we introduced them to the children early. They became part of their typical way of working within the classroom. We read the access arrangements to make sure they were compatible with those, which they were, because they had the exam lock on there, which meant they weren't given an advantage. One of the children that was using her pen actually scored 100% greater depth marks on her paper. And I genuinely believe that is because of the confidence she developed in herself from the reading pens and the process leading up to that. It's that empowerment that I can do this, that I am capable. It is that self-belief and confidence that is vital in children to be able to bring out their potential. And I think that's what the pens delivered.